Hi, my name is Julie and I'm 40 years old. My life before the Thrive programme was very different 9 weeks ago from what it is now. About 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with depression. I was constantly feeling down, stressed and anxious, which then led to social anxiety and panic attacks. My self-esteem was at an all-time low. The daily negative thoughts that ran through my mind started to take its toll on both my mental and physical health and my overall well-being. I was always waiting for something bad to happen, and even the weather controlled my thoughts and feelings. Relationships with my family would often become strained, which would lead to arguments and even fallouts. Constantly on alert and finding it extremely difficult to switch off at night made it hard to sleep. I have been taking antidepressants since I was diagnosed, and although I feel the medication helps to calm me down, I always said that I didn't want to rely on medication to help deal with life for the rest of my life. I've tried counselling but found after a few weeks my feelings of depression and anxiety would come back. Alternative therapies like reflexology only helped me for a day or so. My underlying issues were always there. Something had to change. I had to change and take control of my life again. I heard about the Thrive programme from a close friend, and after listening to one person's particular testimonial who I knew had been struggling, I decided to contact Stevie. This programme had completely turned around this person's life, and I thought to myself, if they can do it, so can I. When I first sat down with Stevie, I didn't know what to expect. I was extremely nervous and also proud of myself for taking the first step to getting better. When Stevie explained how the Thrive programme worked, I was amazed. I finally felt like someone understood me and my way of thinking. The biggest relief was finding out that I'm not the only person who thinks like this, and I can change it. I can rebuild my self-esteem and develop coping skills to overcome hurdles in life, bounce back and face any difficulties head on. I can rid myself of anxiety, stress, negative thoughts and depression. Within the first 2 weeks, I started to notice a huge difference in myself. I started to cope with difficult situations much better and looked at them from a different perspective. I am no longer getting stressed about the little things, and my outcome in life is much more positive. Relationships with my family have been mended, and I am finding myself listening to them and taking on board the advice they give me. The Thrive programme has been life-changing. I have taken back the control of my life and looking at it from a positive perspective. I have learned that I am the only one who can change my outlook, and in doing so, I am happier with myself, and I believe I can achieve anything if I put my mind to it. My general attitude towards life continues to astonish both my family and myself. I'm not completely there yet, but I have changed a lot of my negative outlooks to positive ones, and I can only get better. There will always be obstacles in our lives, but with the Thrive programme and its helpful techniques, we can learn to cope with these obstacles much better, take a step back and face them head on with a positive attitude.